Hi, everybody. We are back, and thank you so much, Variety Talk family, for all your support on Facebook. You guys have been wonderful. And before we go any further, we have to make sure we give kudos to our sponsor, and we would very much like to give congratulations to TPT Tours, who is taking everybody to Africa this July. So everybody, we're going to, as we go forward in the shows within the next few weeks, give you more information about TPT Tours. And it's an awesome experience. They're going to all parts of South Africa, and they're going to do a lot in Dubai. So the way that you can find out more information, because there's a whole brochure and everything that you need to read, you can log on to WESBOY at att.net, and or you can call 202-390-8928 and ask for Dr. Wesley Boykin, and he will give you more information about this fabulous tour. We are also going to be giving percentages off and discounts as we move further into this tour season. So everybody keep watching, okay? And so back to the plan at hand, and that is these gentlemen who are changing the world, changing history, making sure that history remains intact and that the story is told. And I'll tell you, sometimes they'll tell you, I'm almost ready to break into tears, because I think that it's so profound to be with such courageous and honorable men who have given up parts of their lives to be able to make sure that this legend remains intact and that the story is told to so many people who really don't know the whole story. So I want to kind of ask you that, Variety Talk family. Just ask yourselves, what do you know about the Buffalo Soldiers? Of course, everyone's heard the song, they've heard the name, but what are the specifics? And that's the part of history that needs to be told during this Black History Month. So without further ado, as a matter of fact, let's just talk about our professions here. Let's start with you as the president of the Las Vegas chapter, Trooper Keith. What do you do for a living?
Currently, I work for Clark County Assessor's Office. I joined the United States Air Force when I was 17 from San Antonio. I served 20 years, 6 days, 16 hours.
Wow.
Got out at Nellis Air Force Base and stayed here. I worked in the prison industry for about 3.5 years. And my part-time job from that was to find another job. And I finally got hired on in the Clark County Assessor's Office, and I pinch myself every day because I can't believe they pay me to do such great work. I love my job.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I'll tell you, I've had an opportunity to see your stables. I mean, I am just floored. I'm speechless. Your beautiful horses that you have there. What's it like to maintain a stable like that with two beautiful horses? And what's it like to be a horse trainer? Because that's what you do. I saw you. You were training that horse.
Okay, I guess everybody that owns a horse is a trainer in a sense. It's sort of like being a parent, so every time you're around your horse, you're teaching it something, whether it's good or whether it's bad, you're teaching it something. So I guess everyone that's a horseman that owns a horse is around horses or horse trainers to a certain extent. I like training my horses. It's like I like working with my kids. I don't necessarily like working with some other bad kids or some other bad horses.
Right, because you're familiar and they're familiar with you.
Yeah, and I like working with them. And it's just some things about, the horse equine that fascinates me. Ever since I was a little kid, my uncle showed me some things on a horse, and I always wondered how he'd do it, but now I found out all the secrets.
Oh, okay. All right. And what are your horses' names again?
My mare is a Mustang. Her name's Flicker. And I adopted a bay Mustang from the prisons up in Carson City about 3 years ago, and I renamed him Soja. S-O-J-A, sort of like
Sister Soldier, huh?
the reggae group.
Oh, okay. Soldier. Got it. That is so cute. I love them. Your stables are wonderful. This man even has a real life saloon on his stable. I mean, it's so great. You guys have to check it out.
Yeah.
And we will be honoring you, of course, throughout the week. So we're going to show some pictures of Flicka in the upcoming weeks and everything. Trooper Mitchell, tell us a little bit about your history and who you are in your profession outside of a soldier.
Well, actually, I've been around horses ever since I had my first horse at probably 8 years old. And my dad was a cowboy out of Oklahoma.
Wow.
He rode horses, broke horses, branded horses. He did all of that. So actually, he taught me about horses, and I learned a lot from him about horses. Actually, I'm a Marine Corps veteran. Not only do I take great pride in representing the Buffalo Soldiers because they fought through many battles in the war, I also fought in battle. I served over 2 years in Vietnam with the 3rd Marine Division
You battled.
from 1965 to 1967.
Mm.
I am retired. Like our president Keith, I have my own horse, and it's a chore. It's a bit of a chore, working with horses and training your own horse, and there's a lot that go with it.
Mm-hmm.
People think you just have a horse, and that's all you do. You don't have to do anything with him. But a horse is like any other animal. You have to keep it with your shots. You have to keep it with your feed, and what he's eating, how is he eating it, and if he's eating any at all. Horses are like children. They get sick, and some of the same medications you use for humans you use for horses. But if you let a horse really get down sick, then you're in a whole lot of trouble, because a horse can weigh 1,200 pounds.
Ooh. Wow. That's the average, huh? That's about the average weight of a horse?
Yeah.
Holy smoke. Yeah, you better make sure that horse
Yeah.
stays on all fours, huh? My goodness. Well, Trooper Crenshaw, we've been saving you for last, right? The best for last. Okay. So tell us a little bit about how your profession and how you got involved with the soldiers.
Well, I had a long road from Alabama all the way to Chicago to Las Vegas. In Chicago, I raised blanket Appaloosas. I know most horsemen know what I'm talking about. And what I did, my ranch was outside of Chicago, about 60 miles south. And I had 2 boys and a godson. And I took a lot of the kids in the city out to the ranch, teach them about horses, let them ride horses, and to keep them out of trouble.
Mm.
And
Nice.
so when I got to Las Vegas, I felt bad because I didn't do a lot of research.
Mm.
My thing was to have horses here.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to Las Vegas, there was so much difference from Chicago. Matter of fact,
I got to take a break. Chicago homeboy. Sorry, just had to break you there, right there. Okay, go ahead.
The thing that I'm disappointed about, like I said, I didn't do a lot of research. And when I got here, the price of feed, the price of hay, you can't grow hay here, you can't grow corn here like we did in Illinois. And so I just abandoned the idea. So at my church, I was talking to some gentlemen that belonged to the Buffalo Soldiers. So I got with them, and that's how I got into joining the Buffalo Soldiers here in Las Vegas.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you know what I see? Oh, wow, we're almost out of time. What I see with all 3 of you, and that's what touches my heart, and it's the fact of you each had your own individual purpose, meaning, and that you just took, and it was a personal purpose that you put into the soldiers. You could be doing anything. You all have your professions, you all have things that you're doing, and you're given time to make sure that you make a difference in someone else's life. And wow, that is just so huge to me. And the idea that you had to take what you could do in Chicago, bring it to Vegas, recognize, okay, well, it's not really working out the way you wanted it to, but here's what I'm going to do instead.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that I'm retired 30 years from U.S. Department of Agriculture. I was inspector in charge of meat and poultry.
Wow. Wow. I mean, we're not talking, you know.
Aside from quartermaster, he's part-time cook for us when we cook out.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, oh wow.
You
See,
can
well,
cook.
and coming from Chicago, I know you can burn. Okay, so everybody, this is just half of who we are presenting here today on Variety Talk Live in Las Vegas. So here you have it, three very powerful men, strong in their professions, whether retired or not retired. Surely they could be doing a whole lot of other things, but they have decided to give right back into the community, and that's what Variety Talk is all about. So we're going to take another quick station break, and when we come back, you're going to meet a few more soldiers. So everybody hang in there with us. You're watching live right here in Las Vegas. I am your host, Linda Leak, and we will be right back.